Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out solutions to your money worries. I've got 6 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the clear quartz. Group 2 is the rose quartz. Group 3 is the lilac amethyst. Group 4 is the Lapiz Lazuli. Group 5 is the Labradorite. And Group 6 is the red Jasper. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box. You can also find details of my personal readings, Patreon, and PayPal for donations if you're feeling generous. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the clear quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the 5 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the 7 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the 5 of Cups. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Love. And then from the Sacred Power Reading cards, you have Compassion. It feels like you have a lot of options, you have a lot of choices to make. Like there's a lot of different things that you could do. I'm seeing a lot of different options for you for how to proceed. But at the same time, it does feel like you maybe don't have like the energy to do all of the things that you could possibly do, if that makes sense. It's like maybe out of all the potential possible options, some of them just seem like too much work. Some of them might not be possible, like physically. Maybe some of you might have some health stuff going on. It might be interfering with your work, your ability to make money, your ability to do the things you would normally do. And yeah, I feel like you might be thinking about all the options available to you, all the choices, all the different decisions you could make. And maybe you feel very passionately towards them. But in reality, it might not be that simple. It might be a bit too much work, like a bit too much physical demands, mental demands. And yeah, I feel like you might need some time out. Especially if you are having some health problems that are interfering with your ability to work, that might be very disappointing. But you do need to be compassionate towards yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to have that self-love. And what I'm feeling is like if you are kind of stuck in a position where maybe physically you can't be that active, maybe there is a limit to what you can do. It feels like there might be other people who can take care of you, and you might be able to just take that time out for yourself, to give yourself the time to get better. If you don't have health problems, then I feel like it's a much more exciting reading for you, because even though you might have a lot of issues going on, I do feel like you might have other issues. Like you might be right now very stressed about money. In particular, like if you're not necessarily having your ability to make money impeded by health, but maybe just other things, like maybe you've been struggling to get a job. Maybe you've been overspending. Maybe your situation's just difficult. Maybe it's always been difficult. But I'm feeling it's time to really like seek out opportunities and find things that make you feel a bit passionate, a bit interested, because I do feel this like low energy and worry for you guys, like strong worry. It feels like this reading's quite serious for you. It's not just watching for fun. It's like watching because you need to know. But it does seem like it's time to really look at the options available to you and take a bit of time out to do that if necessary. Because I'm feeling you might be a bit confused about what to do and spending quite a long time considering each option. And I feel like it's important for you to do that, but at the same time, it might be more practical for you to like go out and explore and try things, especially if you are really confused and you have been thinking for a long time. If you've already been considering your options for a long time, I feel like it's time to think about which ones are kind of calling you, which ones are pulling you, and just go and try, like test the waters. Especially if you have already got a lot of ideas, it feels like you're maybe just not sure which one to focus on first. And I would say to you, focus on the ones you love, the ones that are exciting, rather than thinking, I feel like even which one will be most secure or which one is most likely to make you money or which one is most likely to be long-term successful. I feel like for you, it's most important to focus on what will be most happy. Because I am feeling, even if you've not had health problems, it feels like you've had a difficult time. And if you are struggling to find work, if you are struggling to make money, it might be because spirit kind of wants you to chill and focus on yourself. And I do feel like the path that's available to you in the future, like the path that you will be presented with after this little time of decision making, it feels like one which is more aligned with you and it's more fun for you, it's more happy, it's doing things that you love. But you might need to turn some things around in the meantime. I feel like you might need to let go of some things that you're doing, especially spending on, especially things like going out, drinking, partying, having a fun time. I'm seeing some of you might be spending a lot of money on things like that, like temporary pleasures. And you might not even feel very good afterwards. You might really regret it after you spend money on certain things. It might not bring you that much satisfaction. Like I'm feeling like maybe sometimes you might order things and then kind of not be sure if you really want it. And it'd be very good for you to just like immediately return anything that you don't love. Or not spend money on anything that you don't love. Like for example, say somebody invites you out and it's a bit expensive and you're not like super excited about it, then just don't go. Like if it's a restaurant you don't want to eat at, then don't get the food there, don't eat at that restaurant. Like don't do things that you don't love if it costs you money and if it costs you time and energy. Because that time and energy could be better spent elsewhere, including on self-care. It doesn't have to be like making money. Right now, for you guys, I feel like investing in yourself is good. And you might find that everything's really stressful and you might find that you do physically need a break. Especially if you're struggling to choose what to do. Especially if you are younger and it's like you have people taking care of you. Like if you're a teenager, you live at your parents' house, then take all the time you need to make the choice and just try things and see what you really find fun. Because you really can. You can do that. You don't need to stress yourself out forcing yourself to do anything. You can kind of take the time to chill. But yeah, I feel like you do need to work on other things as outside of like making money right now. And I feel like in the time that you're taking care of yourself and focusing on other things, you'll probably find the solutions yourself. I feel like you'll be pulled towards doing something. I'm also feeling there might be certain dreams and goals and aspirations that you might have had that maybe you might be kind of giving up on them at the moment. And I feel like anything that you've not found yourself involved in, it might be because you don't love it. And if you do love it, then you should start doing it. It feels like there's certain things that you maybe don't love as much as you maybe thought you did once upon a time. And at the end of the day, you only have so much time and resources available to you, so much energy available, and you can't do everything in life. We have to kind of pick our focus, what we want to focus on. So it seems like for you guys, there's certain things you may wish that you had done or wish that you could do, But you might have to let go of certain things in favor of other things which are like more loved. I hope that makes sense for you and your situation. But yeah, I feel like it's time to make some choices. And if you don't know what options are available to you, then definitely go and seek them. Like if you're not sure what your options for jobs are, definitely take a look and find out which ones you can apply for. And I would say be prepared for maybe not getting what you want straight away, and treat any time of pause as like a gift for self-care, for rest, for just being. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 1. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the rose quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Swords. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the Two of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Pleasure. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Energy Balance. It feels like time for something new for you, but you might be not sure what to do about starting right now. It feels like not quite time to start, even though you might have the idea, you might have the passion, you might have the feeling. But I feel like you also have a lot of self-doubt. You also have maybe some difficult circumstances to deal with right now. And it feels like kind of time to stay focused on this idea that you have. Stay focused on the idea of creating a new beginning if you don't already have something. But in the meantime, kind of hold on to it closely and prepare yourself mentally, I'm feeling. It feels like not time to act for this group. It's like time to get the passion burning. Time to ready yourself, time to prepare yourself, time to think about it. But kind of keeping your cards close to your chest. I'm feeling for some of you might have like a very stressful job at the moment. Like your current situation might be very stressful. You might be very overwhelmed on a day-to-day basis. And you might really want something new but not be 100% sure what. Or might not be 100% sure how to get there. And I'm also feeling for some of you it could be like a business idea or something where it's not really up and running yet. Like something where it's just potential is what it feels like. And it might be something quite competitive that maybe everyone else wants to do as well. And you might be doubting yourself. And I do feel like if you are doubting yourself, you need to take the time to prepare so that you're coming at it from the right energy, from the energy of confidence and centeredness. Because you need to not be seeing it, especially if it's like a passion project, you need to not be seeing it as stress. It needs to be like fun and enjoyable for you. Especially if you do have like a stressful 9-to-5 already, then you don't need to add like another second stressful project on top of what you're already doing. It'd be better to wait until you have more space, or wait until you don't feel stressed about it. I hope that makes sense to you. But it feels like for now it's time to relax a bit about it and kind of keep your money close to you. Like I'm seeing you guys kind of have enough. You might not have loads of money, but it feels like you have enough for the essentials at least. I'm seeing you have a roof over your head and food on the plate and maybe a few coins in your wallet. Maybe not much more than a few coins, but it's like enough. So what I'm seeing is for now you might have to kind of amuse yourself in ways that are simple, finding simple pleasures. And I do feel like you might have a hobby or something which is very fun for you. So it's like time to focus on the fun things that you can turn into businesses, that you can maybe potentially make money from later. Because that's the vibe I'm getting, like you guys might have something you want to do and maybe turn into a business or turn into a career, turn into something that sustains you financially. But for now, you might not be ready, either mentally ready or maybe you haven't developed the skills enough. Maybe you haven't got the contacts that you need or whatever. Yeah, or like maybe the resources, like maybe, for example, you might need to, say if you want to do like a delivery company, you may not have a car, you may not have a van. Maybe you have an idea that's like traveling and you don't have enough saved up. I'm strongly feeling that, like, save your money, especially if you want to start a business that's like a big risk. It's not a great idea to just quit your job without having it all planned out. It's better for you to save enough for you to be able to quit your job and have like a few months without worrying. Or if you do want to go abroad, rather than like stressing yourself about it, maybe figure out how much you need and figure out how to save that much each month with like a budget. So it won't really be stressful. It'll be like something you've planned out and prepared yourself for. But I'm getting a strong energy that even if you're not earning much money at the moment, there is enough for you to save a tiny bit. If you have like a savings goal, it feels like it might be quite long range. It might be something that takes a while for you to get there. But I feel like it's possible. It's just something where you need to stay calm in the meantime and be excited about it, like looking forwards excitedly, not stressed. But yeah, I feel like it's time for you guys to just prepare yourself for the new beginning, for the next thing. And if you do just have a new job, if you just started a new job, I'm getting the sense someone might just want to leave a new job that they've just started. If that's you, I feel like for now, just try and relax and try and find things outside of work to make you feel calm. To get back to like a center, because it feels like it's been quite stressful, like it's been very busy. And you might just be feeling a bit out of sorts, and I feel like you just need to calm down before you think about moving on again. So I hope you enjoyed that group too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Ten of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands reversed. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Abundance. And from the Sacred Power Reading cards, you have Rainbow Dragon. Interesting. I feel like, first of all, you guys are not in a position where you have to worry as much as the previous groups I've done. Because it feels like you have more than you think. And if you're currently like trying to balance everything and stressing, I feel like there is like a celebration coming. Something to ease your worries anyway. But yeah, it feels like the main worry that I'm picking up on right now is it feels like you maybe don't have enough time or money to like socialize and have fun. It doesn't have to be socializing, it could also be buying things that you want or doing things that make you happy. But I'm especially feeling like socializing and doing things that other people do. Like going to parties with other people, catching up with people for drinks, going for meals, buying clothes, buying things to like fit in, or even just anything that you would think of as fun or anything that's non-essential. It feels like you maybe can't manage it right now. Like maybe just right at this moment in time, you might find that you have to work more than you have time for fun. You might find that you're only able to afford really essential things and you don't really have money for anything enjoyable. And I feel like for right now, just for right now, this moment, because like I said, I do feel like there's something coming to celebrate soon. But for the time being, I feel like it might be good to just say no and try and avoid other people and get on with your work as much as possible and try and budget and try and really stick to your budget. And focus on ways you can have fun for free, because I do feel like there might be people around who you can just hang out with and not do anything. Like maybe they can just invite you to the house, you can invite them to your house, you could just go for a walk together in nature. People who you have like emotional bonds with where they don't necessarily require you to like come out and spend money, or activities that you can do by yourself that don't require money. Because it really strongly feels like my video died, but it strongly feels like there's a breakthrough coming, which means that you won't have to worry as much. It feels like something that you really can celebrate, something that will really make your life easier on a financial level. And I feel like in the meantime, if you are struggling, there might be people you can ask for support or help or advice. And these people might not be freely offering it, they might be very busy. I'm also feeling if you're involved with a lot of people, like if you have a lot of people depending on you, again, you might have to say no, just for right now until the point where you have more to give, more to share. There is a sense of needing to say no, whether it's to like social events or to helping people, to giving to people. And I am seeing later in time it will be different. And you can still be there for others in terms of emotional support. It feels like you can still be there for them, but you might have to say no. And really, really manage your time, manage your energy, manage your spending very, very carefully at the moment. But yeah, it feels like things are not that stressful for you guys compared to the other groups. And right now, it's just a case of trying to preserve what you have and manage it very well. And I feel like try and enjoy the process as much as possible, like trying to have fun with your work so it doesn't feel so stressful. Just try and relieve the stress that you're experiencing right now. I feel like that will really help you. And look forward to whatever's coming that's going to bring you more abundance. Because it does strongly feel like there's something coming soon if you're not already experiencing it. And if you are experiencing abundance right now, then I'm not really sure why you're watching this reading, but just congratulations. Or whenever it comes for you, then congratulations. Enjoy the celebration. And yeah, when it does come, really take the time out to be with people you love and celebrate with them. It feels like you really deserved it, like you probably haven't had fun for ages. So yeah, once you get money in, once you can afford to, then make sure you take a little break for yourself to celebrate and have fun with people. But I hope you enjoyed that group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Lapiz Lazuli. Let's see what cards you have. From the White Newman Tarot, you have Judgment. And the Six of Pentacles. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have Temperance. And the Seven of Swords. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Enlightenment. And from the Sacred Power Reading cards, you have Lightning. Very interesting. I'm feeling for some of you, you might be looking for a new job or looking for a new career path and not really be sure exactly what you want to do. And I'm feeling for you something very non-committal would be good, like very temporary jobs. Like maybe even day work. That kind of thing, the kind of thing where if you don't like it, you can just quit and find something else the next day. Like for example, if you're signed to an agency, quite often they can just get you jobs for like the next day. And if you don't like it, you just don't turn up the very next day. I'm feeling that kind of energy for you. It's like time to test out new things. Time to try. time to experiment, time to add on new things to what you do already. Because it does feel like time to learn new things, time to develop, time to expand on what you're already doing, but not in a very risky way. It's like a tentative way. So for example, if you currently have a job, you might need to take on a second job, but maybe not many hours, maybe just a few extra hours. Or likewise, you might find that you're doing too many hours and you can't really cope. Maybe you're just like really bored with what you're doing and you need to add some variety, so it'd be good to like split your time between one job and another. I'm also feeling in general you need to be very cautious with your spending. And I feel like you need to really think about everything before you do it. And try and avoid everything that you possibly can avoid. Like if there's any events you can skip. If there's any payments that you can skip. If there's anything you can leave till later. It feels like later things could change very quickly. Things could get a lot better for you. And I'm not telling you to take risks. I'm not telling you to gamble. That's not the energy here. The energy here is for being cautious. But like to try and avoid spending as much as possible, to try and hold on to as much as possible. To really think about where your money's going. What I'm feeling is like going through your bank statement and seeing if there's any payments that are unnecessary. Things like Netflix, like maybe you haven't watched Netflix for a year and you're still paying it. That's happened to me. I'm sure a lot of us might have things like phone insurance. Maybe you haven't got that phone contract anymore, but you're still paying the insurance. Just small things like that. I feel like you really, really need to keep your eye on the small expenditure. It doesn't have to be anything major. It could be literally pennies. To make sure all the pennies are in order. Because they can add up. Like if you do put £20 away every month, that can add up over the years. It might not seem like a lot at first. But once you keep going, it can add up more and more. So things like, for example, if you buy a coffee every day, it might not seem like a lot of money, but over the years, it is a lot of money. And you would be shocked at how much you've spent on certain things in your lifetime. You'd be probably a bit disgusted. So definitely have a very good look at your finances and the just everyday things that you spend money on. And be a bit more cautious. I feel like you might need to be more patient for things. I'm feeling an energy of some of you using like Klarna, buy now, pay later, getting things on credit. And I'm feeling for some of you, you might be able to just about get away with it, but you need to be very careful. And it's not like something I'm advising you. It's just if you're already doing that, I feel like you need to be careful with it and try and avoid it as much as possible. Because things can change, like you can make a lot of money in the future, but you shouldn't bank on it. I feel like it's better for you to be very cautious today and to try and be patient, like to wait until the money actually comes to buy it rather than buy now, pay later kind of things. Yeah, I'm strongly feeling as much as you can avoid spending on it if it's not 100% necessary. Like if you don't need it today to get through the rest of the day, then don't buy it right now. You can leave it till later. So rather than buy now, pay later, I'm saying to you guys, save your money today and buy it later when you actually really, really need it. Because I feel like, again, things can change very quickly from good to bad. Things can change from bad to good quickly. And I'm feeling there's a lot you can learn right now from looking at your spending, looking at your habits. In terms of work, I do feel like there might be a second source of income you can add that's not too much stress and not too much risk. It's like something like a temp job. Something where maybe you can leave one week's notice or even 1 day's notice, and maybe you get paid the next week or the next day or the same day. Especially cash in hand, guys. If you can get like cash for your work, maybe you can just do something for a neighbor or for a friend that can help you with your bigger goals. I'm also seeing some of you guys, you need to learn about money management. You need to learn about budgeting. You need to learn about finances and accounting. Some of you might have your own business and you might be avoiding dealing with it. You might just not want to look at all of those boring little details, but I feel like it's time to learn about it. Because once you sit down and like do those things like your taxes, it doesn't take long, it's really quick. It's really quick and it's not that difficult. But for you guys, I feel like you're not rich enough to be able to like comfortably spend the money on like someone else doing it. So it's time to really focus on the small details like that. And be a bit harsh with yourself. Like if you do get a Starbucks every day, don't be coddling of yourself like, oh, but I need it to wake me up in the morning. No, you don't need it, guys. Sorry, but no, you can buy coffee and make it at home. You don't need to get the Starbucks. You could even get a cheaper brand of coffee that's not extortionate. And yeah, do your research into things. Like if you're trying to buy something, or likewise if you're getting a job, do your research, really read into it, look into it. Read the paperwork, read the details, read the reviews so you don't waste your money. Because yeah, again, I'm seeing if you can avoid purchasing anything, then you should. So if there's like a negative review, then maybe be very wary. Also, if there is anything that you're paying to get done professionally, like maybe lashes, hair, eyebrows, what else? Again, like things like your taxes, just learn to do it yourself. Don't pay someone else to do it. That's between you and me, and like a lot of people know the secret, but that's pretty much how a lot of musicians and like rich people get ripped off. It's by the accountant. By the accountant, by the other people you're trusting with your money. So don't trust it to anyone else. Do it yourself as much as you can so that you can preserve as much of your wealth as possible. Because it seems like for you guys it's time to start thinking about building wealth, thinking about how you can save and avoid spending. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Labradorite. See what cards you have. From the White Human Tarot, you have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the Lovers and the Fool. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Going Forward. And from the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Retreat. It feels like you guys have a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities available to you. And it feels very exciting for you. Like I'm not really feeling any huge worries. It's more like anticipation and a sense of excitement. I feel like there's huge potential for your future anyway. It's like there's a lot of hope. I'm feeling a lot of hope and optimism, or at least you should be hopeful and optimistic. I feel like for this group, I can tell you guys to kind of manifest what you want. Like this group I don't see compared to the other ones that I've done. You guys don't really seem to have any huge financial stresses right now. Maybe you just have done and you're like walking away from them. It feels like you're at the point where you can think about new things to start or take a risk, take a leap. What I'm seeing is for this group, you can pretty much do anything you want. You can take a break if you want to take a break. You can afford to take a little time off. You can also afford to invest in yourself a little bit. It feels like you have enough. And yeah, if you are planning anything, like to take a big risk, to start something new with your career, with what you're doing to make money, I'm seeing for you, you actually could. It's quite a good time for you. I feel like you have a secure foundation and room. Like there's enough space for you. You might have enough free time to like start new things in your spare time on top of what you're already doing. Because I feel like you're already managing quite well. It feels like you're in control of your spending. I feel like you have enough money. Maybe you don't have loads, but I feel like you have a little something. Maybe you guys have a little something in your savings account. I feel like you can afford to have more fun and not stress about work so much. You might be able to take a break to just be around people you love. And I feel like if you are trying to think of what career to do, some of you watching might be very young. You might be just at the point where you're starting your career. And I feel like the world's just at your feet. It's like whatever you want to do, you should invest in it. It feels like you have the time in your life to study. So whatever career you're passionate about, whatever thing you want to do the most, I feel like you have the time to like invest in that specific thing and make it a reality for you. Like you have the time to take risks, you can afford to take risks, you guys. In comparison to other groups where it was like very strict budget, very strict time available. You really do have the world at your feet. It's like anything you want can be yours. I'm feeling like right now you might be at a bit of a retreat. Maybe you are, especially if you're young, you might be being taken care of. You might not have bills. You might not have rent to pay. So it really is a very exciting time. Please don't worry. You have nothing to worry about, it seems, if that's you. You can just look forward to your future optimistically, and honestly, you can figure it out as you go. But I feel like there might be a specific thing that you really love, that you want to do. That would be the only advice that I'd give you, is to figure out what you do love and then invest in that thing. So for example, say you really love science, then definitely like study science, get a degree. Prepare for your future, plan for your future. What I'm feeling for this group is like your current reality is really good and it's time to think about the future. Think about what you want to be doing later. Think about what you want to invest in right now. Like what can you spend your money on today that will benefit you tomorrow? That will benefit you in 10 years? And if you have any important decisions to make, I'm seeing pretty much anything you do has potential, but the right option would be the thing that you love the most, the thing that you're most passionate about, the thing that you enjoy the most, the things that fill you with optimism and happiness. But yeah, for this group, it's very exciting energy because I feel like you're already doing the right things and you're already being quite practical. I almost feel like you might be being too practical and not taking the risks that you can afford to take from the secure place that you're at. But I do feel a sense of you, if anything, like what would help you would be just to like get on top of your routine a bit so that you can have more free time, or at least feel like you have free time, because I'm seeing you do have enough time to like have fun right now, to not be so stressed about work and money, and just enjoy your relationships, enjoy your playtime. But there's also this real optimism about your future and a sense of planning your future and preparing for your future. So it's very exciting energy, and I don't really feel like you guys need this reading, so I'm going to leave it there. But thank you so much for watching Group 5. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the red Jasper. Let's see what cards you have. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Devil and the Seven of Cups. From the Light Seas Tarot, you have the Nine of Cups and the Empress. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Illumination. And from the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Medicine. Really interesting. I am seeing you might have some habits that are not very helpful for you right now. It could be overspending, drinking, anything else that is kind of either taking you out of a sense of clarity and making you feel less clear-headed and maybe not making the best decisions, or like actual things that you're spending money on. And yeah, I'm feeling like you might just have too many different outgoings. It might be a bit confusing for you trying to stay on top of it all right now. Like maybe you have different debts in different places, different people who you have to pay every month. And it might just all be a bit confusing. You might be getting overwhelmed. Even if you have like multiple jobs, you might be getting stressed about the different jobs you have to do. And just the situation in general, I feel like it might be a bit overwhelming for you guys right now. And I am seeing it might be helpful for you to take some time out to think, just to clear everything away. So if you do have like multiple jobs that you're doing, it might be nice to take a little break from all of them to get some reflection time, even if it's just a few days. And if you're spending a lot of money, I feel like just pausing everything for a moment to like really go over it and look at it and pay attention to it. And especially if you are drinking or doing anything like that, I feel like you need to be clear-headed. You need to find like better coping mechanisms that one, won't cost you money, and two, won't make you distracted. I am seeing you might be just distracted, and maybe it's not like drinking or anything serious like that, but you might just be distracted from focusing on your finances right now. I feel like you might be focused elsewhere. You might be focused on maybe things that are not that happy, maybe like stressful experiences that have happened to you, that you've been through. Toxic relationships, toxic people. And I feel like just in general in your life, like nothing to do with finances, you need some healing on that. Like it feels like in general, you're just not in the right... Like for you guys, you might be trying to manifest, and I feel like you're not in the right vibration to manifest. I'm sorry to say that, because I know like with all this like manifestation and everything, it feels like we've got into, as a society, a bit of toxic positivity. And there's nothing wrong with being positive, there's nothing wrong with manifesting, there's nothing wrong with being optimistic. But sometimes life gets you down and life gets you into a negative place. And to try and ignore that and just stay positive and ignore the reality of your situation is not going to help you. It's not going to help you to get what you want. It would honestly be better just to come out of that positivity for 1 second, look really, really clearly at your situation, address everything that needs to be addressed, and then you can go back to feeling very positive and optimistic about life again. I am getting that impression for some of you, and it is time to be very clear. To be very clear and serious. But at the same time, I'm not telling you to stop being positive and stop manifesting. You should still do that. You should still really think about what you most want, about your wishes, and take action towards manifesting your wishes. But at the same time, don't imagine that you're rich when you're not rich. You need to be very serious with yourself in that way. It's like something growing that you should keep growing, whether it's like positive feelings or an actual source of income that you're growing. But it's important to be practical at the same time as being in like the manifesting spirit. I do feel like you need to pay close attention to not get distracted by thinking about what you want. And you need to still do the work. Like I know with like manifestation, a lot of people just think you have to like sit there and daydream about what you want and it's just going to come to you. But the reality is there's a lot of groundwork that you have to do. There's a lot of day-to-day stuff that you have to do. Otherwise, it's like you don't really deserve the manifestation. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything that you would hate. But just like actually putting things into existence. Like it's not just speaking things into existence, it's also doing the work, trying to find the opportunities and not distracting yourself. That's the main vibe I'm getting. It's time for clarity. Time to stop distracting yourself. Stop daydreaming about what you want and do the actual work to manifest it, like to actually make it. Stay positive, stay optimistic, but also address the day-to-day reality. And yeah, I do strongly feel like you need to address your spending. There might be a lot of things you want that you maybe feel like you don't have, but you might already have them, I feel. Or you might be able to be resourceful with things you already have. But I do feel like some of you are quite successful already. Like you're already in quite a good position financially. And again, I feel like more clarity might show you that you're in quite a good position and maybe you're just spending on the wrong things. It might be that the money you have coming in each month is a lot, but maybe you just live your best life every month and end up with nothing left over. In which case, I would say maybe you can readjust your habits in a way where I feel like they'll be happier for you, like it's going to be happier to cut out certain sources of stress, certain sources of expenditure. I feel like your lifestyle overall will be healthier and happier. I do feel like health is a big issue because some of you might be really drained and not really having time and energy for things that could benefit you financially, like taking big risks and doing big things, big projects. You might feel too drained and overwhelmed and stressed. So I do really feel like focusing on your health will help you. I also feel like you might have a project that you've been developing for ages, something that you've been putting loads of effort into. And I feel like you might have been distracted from this specific project, maybe with other things. But I feel like very soon, and you might get like hints from spirit about this, but very soon it feels like time to put it out there, time to move forwards with it. It feels like it's been in like the development stage. Whether it's like a business or a work of art or something like a product that you can sell, I feel like it's going to be very successful, but you need to focus on it. Right now is time to focus and be very clear. Very clear, like clear the mist away, clear the fog away. Not only to like focus on the practical details, but also so you can be really tuned in to that message that tells you go, like it's time to go forwards. It's time to put your wishes out there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 6. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.